Hi guys, welcome back. It's Graham the Bargain Guy on the YouTubes. Today I'm going to be talking about SD cards, and specifically ones that may not be what they purport to be. This is quite a specific video, so you'll have to just bear with me and I'll explain what I found and what I did to test it, and also what remedies, if any, had to occur. Alright, so you go on AliExpress and you buy one of these. Yeah, looks familiar. It's an SD card. It says 2 terabytes. Now I've got some close-ups to show you soon, so don't worry about what they look like. microSD card reader, and it looks just like the real thing. There's the real thing. Yeah, same packaging. Turn them over, and this one has a lot more. It's got addresses for European addresses, UK addresses, that kind of thing. This has got not a lot on it. It's got some generic volumes of songs and videos you can put on, and we'll have a look at that because it's quite funny, that. So I bought them. They were £2.58. all right, so you're getting 2 terabytes, and I'll show you why that is not possible at all in the real world. This is a Western Digital 4 terabyte hard drive, and pretty much all my work from YouTube and all the other things I've messed around with over the years is on there, and it's still got more than half of its memory left. Very reliable, connects to your computer using a high-speed cable, and it's done well. I will eventually want to back that up and copy it so I don't lose it. And that's got all my photos and videos from a long time ago. So I bought these. They were £2.58. I got two, £2.58 each, and I thought, too good to be true. What could go wrong? So first thing to do would be to test them, and you can download a free program, it's quite an old program, but what it does is it fills up the card with sequential files, and then when you finish the filling up, it goes back and it'll check those files, and using checksums it can determine whether the file's changed or whether it's corrupted or whether it just doesn't exist anymore. Okay, now from knowledge I believed this disk would be anywhere from 32 to 64 gigabytes as opposed to 2 terabytes. So I set the challenge of the program to look at it at 34 gigabytes, and at least it would stop if it was at 32. So I'm going to bring in the graphics now, and I'll show you what happened on the test, and I'll explain on this next section where we ended up. Okay, so here's the card. It looks like any old standard card that you would buy, with an adapter, and it also tells you that it supports SDMC, data transfer safely, convenient and reliable. And there's a list of typical volumes that it will hold in terms of songs and videos and such like. This is a highly zoomed in image of the disc or the SD card. Nothing strikes me obvious other than the fact that the brand is called Xiaomi. This is the drive, so it's telling Windows that there's 1.9 terabytes free. There's some system memory used up on the card, which is typical. So essentially a 2 terabyte drive. Okay, so this is the test. This is the H2 Test W program, which you can download. And I've set all the parameters there. I want 34 gigabytes tested. It's still showing, even to that program, that it's nearly 2 terabytes in length. It's run some tests, rating, and then it's gone back to verify, and you can see warning, only so and so tested. That's fine. The media is likely to be defective, and even at sector 0 it's found a loss. So what's happening is it's going to the end of whatever memory's in it and going back and starting from scratch. So all those files that it wrote have literally just disappeared, and it says there it is corrupted. So that's enough for me. So what we're going to do here is show you a fake SD card, as I believe it is, against a genuine card. You can see there's 2,000 songs projected on the fake card, and it should in fact hold 3.5-minute songs of MP3 format, 400,000 tracks. And even on the back of the fake card box it says 2,000 songs, so it's way off track. Same with images. It should be about 1 million photos at 5 megapixels, and I'm just using their comparison, and they reckon it should hold 1,600, but in fact it should hold 1 million photos. And then videos, it's saying 12 hours, and you know, on a 2 terabyte card, that's nowhere near. It should be on about just short of 1,200 hours of video, at the same rating, the H.264 video type, at the same 384 kilobits per second rate. So there's your giveaway there on the back. Right, so why a £2.54 2 terabyte SD card is impossible. A real 2 terabyte card requires advanced NAND flash memory and high density storage controllers, and they're so expensive to manufacture. The raw memory chips alone cost far more than £2.54. So if a card is that cheap, it's almost certainly a tiny capacity chip, e.g. 8 gigabytes or 16 gigabytes, that has been reprogrammed to lie about its size. That's why they corrupt files once you exceed the real capacity. So I've got an example of a genuine 2 terabyte price card. A real SanDisk Ultra 2 terabyte micro SD XC card currently sells for around 140 to 180 pounds. Right, so you'll have seen the technical side of things. You'll have seen that the test program failed when it went to verify the data. In fact, it it failed on the very first sector, i.e. the very first piece of information. It came back and said there was nothing. So I abandoned the test because I knew it was misleading, fake, whatever. And I thought I'll put some music on, some just random music from my collection, and see how many I can get on, and see if it will retain them. So I put about 30 songs on, average 3.5 minutes, songs from the 90s. So they went on, and I was playing them and fine. And after I put 30 odd songs on, I thought I'll add some more. And then what I noticed was that the first songs wouldn't play. They physically wouldn't play on VLC media player, which is recognized as one of the best media players to try and skirt around all the codecs and encoding that you can get with video and music files now. So it didn't play. And when I looked at the file structure, the file names were all just gobbledygook, random letters and characters. So it had clearly gone to the 30 songs, and the program had decided, or the disk had decided it was coming back, and it started rewriting over. But not only did it rewrite, but it actually didn't write anything at all. It was all rubbish, unopenable, shall we say. So hopefully you can see these are a bit of a scam, to put it mildly. When you buy a dodgy card, you expect to get at least 32 gigabytes of usable memory storage. This only had 300 megabytes. Totally untrustworthy, totally no good, definitely not 2 terabytes. And you'll see from the comparison table what kind of things you can store on a 2 terabyte drive compared to what it says on the back. What happened next was, I'm a reasonably good customer with AliExpress, so I raised a refund request for the 2 cards, and so £5.58 was the total. They came back with an immediate offer with no other repercussions of £1.09. So if I just thought, oh well, I'll just get £1.09, that'll be great. The cards will go in the bin, and that's the end of the hassle, you know. So I asked ChatGTP what to do, and it said, pursue it. Ask for the full refund. Now, AliExpress have said on their website, on the app, that if you want a full refund, even for that small amount, they want to have you return the items by post. So you've got to balance off the £1.08 against the other £4 odd, and the hassle of going to take them back to the post office. But they would provide the postage. Now, AliExpress do not want things returned. Such a big operation like Temu, they just want to sell you stuff, and they just really don't want to be handling items that come back all the way from the UK to China. So I pursued that, and I used a script that the ChatGTP gave me, and it used the word fake. I didn't use that word. I just said it was not performing to its full potential, and it was no way it was 2 terabytes long. And so it then went away, and it said it would respond within 48 hours. In half an hour, I got a message saying a full refund had been agreed, and there was no mention of returning the items back. Temu do this as well. For smaller items, they'll just tell you to keep it or bin it. I've even heard Temu say to a friend who bought some clothes that didn't fit, Temu in the notes suggested that they give them to somebody else, and keep them, but they weren't wanting them back. So if you ever see these cards and they say 2 terabytes and they're £2.50 odd for one, don't buy them. Not only are they unusable as a smaller drive, which you could have used, but they are just totally useless and are going to have to go in the bin. So you've been warned. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe. I'm a fairly new channel. It's growing, but very slowly, and I got some decent views on my other videos. I'll show you a selection of videos for you at the end, but please like and subscribe. If you want to make a comment, put a comment in, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.